That's what I'm aimed at here, is how to make the fastest amount of change. And what we aimed at today was, rather than, so our whole focus in society is on doing, is on always doing it. And what I'm hope that you'll be aware of is that there's a being component to the whole you. And when we put attention on the being, on our habits, on our patterns, our feelings, wow, this is what all of our resistance, our negative beliefs, our limitations have been built upon. So what this is the same amount of change energy, either on the 1% of your action, of your doing, or the 99%, the unconscious. And that's where I choose to make the changes at. And that was a demonstration of that today. My intention was to increase satisfaction in your life. So if you want to learn another way to make change fun, then I invite you to experience this. The outcome is to replace a negative or sabotaging pattern or habit with a better one that just makes life easier. This is what I call an anchor process. And what you'll do is, we're going to use 3 of them. So use one hand, touch it here, 2 and 3. So 1 knuckle, 2 knuckle, 3 knuckle. And what we're doing is we're just going to touch here and associate a feeling to it. On the first one, this will be the pattern that you don't want. Second knuckle is what you do want to experience. And the third knuckle is what's possible for you, you know, when you have this pattern replaced. When it's in this new one, what will that be like? So what we'll do is we'll go through each of them. And really what we're doing is just connecting a feeling with this pressure point. For the first anchor, what does it feel like when you don't get what you want? When things don't go your way? What do you think? What do you say to yourself? What's the feeling? If you can go back to a moment, just immerse yourself in it. Great. Go ahead and take your anchor off. Now let's do the second knuckle. So the second knuckle, second finger on this, we're going to install the positive pattern. So think of what comes easy to you. What do you love? You just enjoy doing. Do it with ease. What are you doing? Just notice how easy it is. And when you choose to do this, what do you tell yourself? And just put yourself in that. Feel it. When you're doing it, how do you know? Feel this even more. Grow it bigger. Step into it. Just imagine. Great. Take that anchor off. And now we'll go to the third one. So here, first one, second one, third one, third one. Yeah, third knuckle, third finger, ring finger. That's just how it works for me. So when you think about having what you want, what's your resistance to it? When I have, then I'll be. So when you have that, what's your resistance to having that? 10 is you're swimming in peanut butter. 0, it's like no problem, no resistance. You're flowing right to it. Just acknowledge your number. And when you acknowledge the number, then just imagine that you have it. You have what you've always wanted, what you've always gone for. That thing, when I have that, just imagine that you do, that it's completed. Your biggest dream, it's done. Hold that anchor on. It's the third one. Just see it complete. What does it feel like? Who's with you? And what would you say to yourself? Proud, pat yourself on the back. It's like you knew it. Great, take that anchor off. Great job. This was just setting up the anchors. And now it's the big jump to installing the pattern. So what we're going to do, let me walk you through what we're going to do. So when we press these anchors, that feeling will come back and it'll be easy for you to step back into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to step into the, I'll just walk you through it real quick. We're going to step in, put our first anchor on. As we get into that feeling, then we're going to put our second anchor on. So we'll have 1 and 2 pressed down on the same time. And then what I'll say is remove anchor 1, and you'll just be with number 2. And then what I'll do is bring in number 3 anchor. And so the third anchor on that spot, bring that in, and then we'll remove anchor number 2. Then we'll remove anchor number 3. Then we'll come back and talk. And then what we'll do is when you put this anchor on the first one, put your first anchor on again, you'll see it all unwind. You'll see it all come together. Really cool process. Throughout the week, what I'll say here is like whatever you code up, whatever we install, look for the changes during the next 7 days. And the more you can use this button anytime. So anytime you want to recall that feeling, put that on there. Do it every day to practice it. So what happens is that you're teaching your unconscious that it's safe to have what you want. How cool is that? Now you've got a little button on demand that says, this is the feeling that I need to be in. Be it to see it. So we ready for this? All right, so let's put the first anchor on. Let's quiet your mind and put this first anchor on. And step into this negative feeling that you can't have what you want. It's blocked. Just why can't you have it? What does it feel like? What do you see? What do you say? Now just bring all that you can in. Push yourself. Experience everything. Now add anchor number 2. Ooh, you might feel some confusion. Just know that this is the integration. Think about anchor number 2 now. This is what comes easy to you. Oh yeah, what you love to do. Good. Just feel that amplify and grow. So when you see, just to experience yourself doing it, what do you notice? What do you feel? Let go of anchor number 1. Just anchor number 2 on. Oh, and what do you say to yourself? Just imagine yourself out there. Go right to that moment when it's like, oh, I'm going to go do that, and just how excited you get. Good. Just enjoy that for a moment. And as you do what you love, it comes with ease and flow. Now we're going to get ready to add anchor 3. Add anchor 3 now, put it on. And this is completed. Just imagine this is now what is possible. Experiencing flow and ease for what you want. Good. Just line them up and just see all that resistance that was in the way that is now gone, and just like, oh, just having it there. So, okay, remove anchor 2 and just step off and just feel it complete. Notice what you feel. Proud. What do you see? Standing there, ovation. How does it feel? Proud, excited. Look at me. Take that anchor off. Come on back. How was that? Come on back and just think about, now when you think about what you want, what's the resistance to having that? Just think about this. When this pattern may come up in the next week, something you have to complete, something that's in the direction of what you want. Just think about the next week and just notice how it's different. Now, go ahead and put your anchor number 1 back on and just see the journey. See it unfold. Yeah, you can, Audrey. Just notice that now. So I've got additional series. So just notice what's different. We've changed a massive pattern here. You have many other patterns. I've got a video series that help us become aware of our own and start to release them. So it's massive change very quickly. And so if you want to click on the link, you can subscribe and get free access to the series. Not sure what it'll be called yet, but it's in the area of how to be. There'll be many processes. This was just one of them. This was an install process, but there'll be other ones that are very similar that are, and so there'll be many other processes to facilitate change. That's what I'm aimed at here, is how to make the fastest amount of change. And what we aimed at today was, rather than, so our whole focus in society is on doing, is on always doing it. And what I'm hope that you'll be aware of is that there's a being component to the whole you. And when we put attention on the being, on our habits, on our patterns, our feelings, wow, this is what all of our resistance, our negative beliefs, our limitations have been built upon. So what this is the same amount of change energy, either on the 1% of your action, of your doing, or the 99%, the unconscious. And that's where I choose to make the changes at. And that was a demonstration of that today. My intention was to increase satisfaction in your life. See you soon.